And between you and I can already tell you that I hate this series. I hated it from the first time I watched it. I hated it the second time, and after rewatching all the cartoon, I hated it even more. It was terrible, a disaster. And to keep myself sane, I couldn't just watch like the four seasons and make a review. It was impossible for me because there are so many things to talk about. I couldn't. So I say, you know what? I will just watch the first season and I will make a review. That's why I'm here, and I will do the same for the two others if God give me the strength, because I'm not even sure about that. I can already tell you that season two and the second season and the third one are terrible. The first one also is terrible, but not that bad. But I will let you know when I will have to review those three other seasons. They have good things. Really. There are things that I really like, I think that I don't like, and hit that I hate. Nobody will be able to change my mind. That's not possible. Never. Not even my parents. No, nobody. To be honest with you, I don't even know how to recap properly this first season. But I would say that we have Dick Grayson, a detective, and one day he met this girl, Rachel. She had a dream, and in this dream, she could see Grayson as a child when he was living in the circus with his family. And when she met him, she asked him to protect her because she has the power of darkness. Like, she's really strong. She thinks that he might be able to help her. Then they met other friends. It's even for me, it's complicated to recap this series. Just to know that the main stories are Dick Grayson, and from the other side we have Rachel. Yeah, that's what you have to know. Those two are the main plots of this first season. That's all that you have to know about Titan season one. Now let's talk about the characters. We have the Titans. So the Titans, there are four of them. Yes, I say four and not five, and you will understand why. The first one is actually Dick Grayson, the first Robin, Corey, Starfire. The third character is Rachel, and the fourth character is Beast Boy. And yeah, they are the only the four of them. There's no Cyborg. We have two unexpected characters, Hank and Dawn. They are really different from the rest of the Titans. Jason Todd, who is the second Robin, a character that arises when he rescued Grayson and the doctors when they were ready to be they were attacked actually by a group of people. As a Titan, we also have Donna. She's Wonder Woman protege. She's very strong, so definitely is the strongest among all the characters in this first season. If I'm not wrong, yeah, she's definitely the strongest. Too many differences. But I will point out those that for me are really concerning. First of all, as I told you, we have only four members of the Teen Titans. Where is my cyborg? I mean, I can say that knowing how terrible is this series, it's good that we don't have cyborg. But still, he was supposed to be there. For example, Beast Boy. I don't like him in the cartoon. He's supposed to be funny. Most of the time, I just find him super boring and annoying. I was like, you just completely useless. Just go die. I really don't like him. But still, he's part of the Teen Titans. So if we had this series without him, I would think, but why? But we should be blessed because if you're like Cyborg, which is my case, I'm happy that he's not in this series in this first season at least, because no, it's completely terrible. So watching Young Justice, I was expecting other characters like Red Arrow or especially Kid Flash, because Kid Flash is also on Teen Titans, and Terra. She's very important. She's Beast Boy love interest in the cartoon, but she's not in this series. Not too bad if you like those characters, as I said with Cyborg, because it's so bad that if you like a character that is not in this series, be happy. Seriously, be happy for most of them. I was also expecting Aqualad, but he's not there. I'm talking about the first season, and Aqualad mostly from Young Justice. They are not all teenagers. They don't have the same age. Corey and Grayson, they are adults, while Raven, for sure, Rachel, she is a teenager, and I think Beast Boy is a teenager. Otherwise, it's gonna be quite suspicious. Anyway, I think they're almost the same age, those two. While obviously in Teen Titans, they are all teenagers. Maybe in the comic they don't have the same age, but when they created the animation, they decided that to target a younger audience, they will all be the same age. I don't know. But me, I'm comparing to the animation only because I didn't read the books. And in the animation, they all have the same age. And in this one, definitely they don't have the same age. They don't. There is one Titan that I really like, Corey. And it's not because she's a sister. It's not. She's really good. She's really nice, different, definitely from the Starfire from the cartoon. But she's really good. What I like about her is that we can really feel that she like the people in her team, whether it's Grayson, Rachel, or Beast Boy. And another character from the season two when something happened to him and she's there for him. She's really nice, and I really appreciate the fact that we can feel the connection between her and the other member, that we feel the vibe of the Teen Titans, because I really like Teen Titans. I watched the 5 season. Yeah, 5 season. uh, yeah, 4 or 5 season we have in Teen Titans, and I really like their friendship between all of them. And in this series, when we see Corey, she's really kind. She really care about her teammate, and I really appreciate her for that. So seriously, Corey, thank you. Hank and Dawn. I really like Hank. I was like, okay, it's good, especially if you're the normal human being. You will notice that Hank is the only one who reacts normally. I will not talk for Rachel because she's a teenager, but Hank, as an adult myself, I could see that his reaction were normal. For example, let's say as an adult, you may dislike a teenager because of some of their behavior. I'm not saying like a teenager who did really terrible uh, things like a crime. No, like some behavior that you don't like it, but even though you don't like them, they're still kids for you. So you will try to protect them in a way. That's how I feel as an adult. So a lot of his reaction of like, yeah, it's just behaving like a normal person. Sometimes also you have to make choice. You may not like them, but you have to do them for to please most of people. I'm not saying that we'll do that, but I understand as a superhero. I get it, and that's what make the character so relatable. I really like the fact that when you see Hank taking decision, you're like, okay, finally someone who acts normally in this series. And Dawn, she's so cute. She's really sweet as a girl. I mean, if I was a man, I would like to have her as my girlfriend, as my wife, because she's so sweet, like really sweet. And I can already tell you that I do not understand what she could find in Grayson. She was definitely too good for him, and I'm very happy that he messed up their relationship, because Hank and Dawn, it's lemon and kiwi. Or it's milk and cereals. So it mixed well. It's we can feel yeah, the love, the passion, the chemistry. Again, we can really feel the chemistry between those two, and I really like that. And this second episode, it's mostly focused on them, and we see more about what happened, the childhood of my man Hank, what happened when he was a kid. And I was like, oh yeah, senior. And how he met with Dawn. It was so beautiful. You can see like the first time he saw her, he was so in love because she's so pretty. She was so sweet. He can feel her kindness, and she could feel the man. She could feel the beast. Could feel like he was, even though he's can be a bit rude, he's sweet inside. And I really like it. I mean, unfortunately, when you know what happened, like, oh, ooh, yeah, yeah, but I could really feel the chemistry between them, and I was like, you did a great job. Just for them, the 2 episodes when we really focus on Hank and Dawn, I could give this series a 9 out of 10. Seriously, I'm not even joking. A 9 out of 10. And with Corey, no, that's not possible. You cannot just keep Corey and forget about the rest. No, that's not possible. But we can do that for Hank and Dawn. So for them, 9 out of 10, because their love, their chemistry, Their friendship, their everything is powerful, is beautiful, is sincere. C'est magique.
I would close at night, even though social media has its advantage.
When I say it's bad, it's awfully bad. It's terrible. It upset me. I was almost losing my edges. The same way I was losing my edges when I was watching manga like Mirai Nikki because of this, I'm sorry, but shitty main character and his awful girlfriend. Almost. Seriously, it was so terrible. I was asking myself, why? Why am I suffering like this? I keep watching season 2. Terrible. Season 3, even worse. Season 4, not that terrible, but still very bad. I was like, why? But I watched then Teen Titans, the animation. It was good, really good. Then I watched the other DC Comics animation when I saw Dick Grayson with his smile, his charisma. I was like, yeah, he's my man. He's my man. Then I had to rewatch Titans, the series. Why the character in this series are so different from the characters that we like in the animation? Why are they so different? I really loved Cory, as I told you, but she's nothing like Cory from the animation. First of all, Cory is so girly, I would say. I'm not saying that in the series she's masculine, not at all. But Cory, she's girly, the one who likes her cats. She likes, combing her hair, like girl activities. But in this series, no, no, we don't see that. I'm like, why? The character are so different that I mean, if you make them different, like Cory, for example, but she's good. It's okay. I'm like, okay, she's different from the cartoon, but I still like her. It would have been okay for me, but it's not. It's really terrible. They are different, but in a very bad way, except for Gar, Beast Boy, because I dislike Beast Boy in the cartoon, so the way it's supposed to be funny in the series, it's still better than the one in the cartoon. It's actually in the series, in this person, I find him very, very sweet. He's really kind guy. So, do I like him? I just think I don't care about this character, but I don't hate him. But he's a bit no, he's different from the one in the cartoon, and that's the problem with the 99% of the character in this series if you compare them to the cartoon. For me, it's a no because as I told you, they are different in a very bad way. Like no way. If you like them, it's probably because you never watched the base material. You just watch this series and you think you're lying to yourself, thinking that you like it, but you don't. Like that's not possible. Seriously, that's not possible that you like this series. Nothing is good about it. Almost nothing had to be kept. Like almost nothing. If you've watched my previous videos, you will know what I will talk about now as the thing that I don't like. I will talk obviously about the look and the setting and the chemistry. First, the look of the characters. Let's talk about Jason Todd. The reason why I don't get mad every time I see him in this series is because it reminds me so much of Damian. Damian, who is the fourth Robin, for me, is the first one, and is Bruce Wayne's son, like real son. And I hate him. I hate Damien. I wish we would see a movie where he dies. I hate him from the very beginning. When I saw him, I forgot which movie. Every time I saw him, I hated this character. In all of them except one. It's with Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy when they are the main character, and we see Damien. And in this one, it was so cute. I was laughing. Okay, it's the only one I like him. I hate him in every other one. Maybe not Lego Batman in one because he's nice with Grayson's okay. I said, okay, I know who is your master. Respect my Grayson, and I will hate you, but at least I will know that you have good taste. That's it. But still, I didn't like him. I hate Damien. So Jason Todd in this series. Obviously, I don't like him, but because they remind me of Damien's, I don't really complain. But if I had to compare him to Jason Todd, I'm like, I was ready to use a bad word. Are you serious? You saw Jason Todd and you thought that this guy could represent a guy with so much charisma? Like, no, for me, he looks like too much a baby. He looks like a baby, so I can't take him seriously. If you've watched, I mean, if you know the story of Jason Todd, you know who will become. And when I saw that happen, I was laughing. I was like, you, I know, zero credibility, like zero, niet, nicht, tout ce que tu veux. Like, he's pathetic, but he's still better than, I will tell you who, but Jason Todd is bad, but I was okay with him because he remind me of a character that I hate in the cartoons of like, okay, I can give him a pass for that. The second character, the most disrespected in this series is Rachel. When you see Rachel in Teen Titans, yes, she's very quiet. She's a freak, also, as they would call her, I guess. She's good. I was not 100% sure that I would like Raven in Teen Titans, but I really, really like her. She's nice. I cannot really describe it. You have to watch Teen Titans to understand what I mean by that. She's really good. But when the production watched Teen Titans and probably the books, the only thing that they could see from this character is the fact that she's someone who is not really social. She's mysterious. So let's make her a crybaby teenager that probably some teenagers will relate. I mean, that's not possible. Come on. That's not possible that you relate to this girl. She's boring. She's annoying. She's just like always crying. I'm like, why are you crying? You have the power to kill everybody that you want, and why are you crying? I mean, I get that her powers are too powerful for her, and unfortunately, it prevents her from having a normal childhood. I get it, but you're a superhero. It's not like you can have superpower in real life. Maybe for some stuff, but not those kind of superpower. So come on, stop crying like a baby. And when she relies on Grace, I'm like, if you can't do anything, what do you think this guy is going to do to help you? He doesn't have any power. At least if she relies on Corey, Starfire, I'm like, okay, Starfire, she's really strong. No problem. All these, I mean, I will think more of the guy from the animation because in this series also completely useless. So she can only rely on Corey. Okay, I get it. But on Grayson, I'm like, girl, please make it make sense. How can she rely on a guy who doesn't have power? He will kill people with this power of love, of charisma? Like, no. She's terrible. She's really terrible. And it's really unfortunate because she has a very good origin story. The vibe around her is really interesting, unlike Grayson. Grayson, it was really not interesting, but Rachel, it is. So that's why I want you to know more about this character. She's also different from the cartoon, but still, they made something interesting about her, and I would have liked it to stay focused on Rachel until the end of this series, because it would have been great as a story. I would say not necessarily that the series would be great, but at least the story around Rachel. But no, they just made Rachel a crybaby. So for me, for her, she's a zero out of 10. Donna, I would not say they destroyed the character because I didn't know about her, but she's terrible. She was annoying. Every time we see her, I was like, why? At least she's pretty. I mean, we have to say what is positive, you know. So at least she's pretty, but she is so annoying. Every time I was seeing her, I was like, "Pff, she has zero charisma. I'm sorry, because the first time I saw her, when I thought she was actually Barbara Gordon. I was like, okay, so she's Batgirl. So okay, I hate Batgirl in the cartoons. She's the only character in before Damien arrives, obviously. In Batman that I don't like. She's the only female character that I don't like. I love all the other one, but I hate Batgirl. But I love her costume, so I give her a pass for that. But that's why it was her because the first thing we see Donna, she's a kid, a teenager, and she's talking to Grayson. She's like, yeah, because I'm prettier, I'm smarter and funnier, I think something like that. But then it's like Wonder Girl. I thought she was a made up character, but I saw that she really existed. I was like, okay, so good to meet you, Wonder Girl. She's terrible. I don't have much to say about her because she's a boring character like most of them, But yeah, you know that I don't like her. The villains of this series are so pathetic, almost ashamed to see them on the screen. They are so terrible. Every time I see them, I was like, how can you play so badly? I'm not an actress, but I can say who is bad and who is good. I mean, in this series, no, it's not that they are completely bad as actors. It's just that this series is chaotic, but the villains are really terrible. I can tell you that. First ones are the family. I don't know their name, but there's the dad, the mom, and their two kids. They're so annoying. They're supposed to be psycho. Like, oh my god, they are so dangerous. They're so pathetic. Every time I see them, I was like, come on, you're just ridiculous. With their smile, like, I don't know. I mean, go to school. Go to acting school, please. It was bad. They were terrible. The doctor who was supposed to be dangerous, it was pathetic also. I was seeing him like, you're not dangerous. You look you look ridiculous. As I said in my previous video, when you are a villain in a cartoon, you must have charisma. Like this, when you're plotting something, not that we will like you, but at least I can feel the fear, every time I see this character on the screen, I'm like, it's dangerous. For example, when you see Sauza Rao in Hokuto no Ken. No, you can feel that, okay, they are really dangerous. Those characters, when you see them, like, okay, they are really charismatic and you fear them. Like, okay, I'm happy that I'm not in the main character's situation because, I mean, how can you beat those guys? Because it's not that they are strong, they also are charismatic and they look scary. But in this series, no, come on. I was looking at them when they were smiling. I was like, "Ah, they look so ridiculous. I feel ashamed, to see them on my screen. And I was like, and I have to watch this series a second time. That's why I said, please, Lord, just at least give me the strength to finish this first season and to review it. Because no, 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 I couldn't have watched the 4 seasons at once and no, no way, no way. Superhero costumes, they look so ridiculous. And the worst, I would say, are Hank and Dawn when they are superhero. They are so ridiculous. The costume for Dove, looks too heavy for her, unfortunately, and she has those not sunglasses. I don't know how you call them, but to protect her eyes. It's so ugly. I was like, why are you doing that to her? Why? Corey, I'm sorry, but she looks like a prostitute. I'm like, what's going on? Why are you doing that to her hair and her dress and with those heels? I mean, at the beginning, the way it starts, I was like, okay, it's just her costume because she was at a party. That's really nice. When if you go to a party, she looks amazing. But on a day-to-day life, no. Why don't you use the costume from the cartoon? I really like Starfire costume. They should have used that. But at least what I like about Corey is that she's colorful. Because the other one, apart from the costume, just their day-to-day clothes, ugly, ugly. First of all, if you notice this series, it's okay, I will mix those two. The setting is awful. It's always dark, gray. I mean, I know it's supposed to be not the place that you want to live. Most of the time, this series is so dark that the light is at the maximum and I still can't see a lot of things because it's dark and they are all dressed in black and terrible outfit, like really terrible. It's not complicated to be nicely dressed, like nice clothes you can find everywhere. You don't need to dress in Gucci to have nice outfits. It was terrible, but yeah, the outfit I hated that. It's dark. The sky is dark. The clothes are dark. Their faces are dark, as if they were all ready to die tomorrow. Like, come on, come on. I've watched the cartoon. It's different. And their costume, most of the time of superheroes, they are very colorful. Robin outfit is colorful. Why when he's dressing Robin, it's not colorful. It's not. Rachel, I mean, the way she's dressed, Rachel, I mean, I understand. I think the actress was minor when she was playing, so definitely don't dress a minor like the way she's dressed. But they could have done the same outfit, wearing a bodysuit with leggings or short or skirt, that something, But no, she's dressed like I don't even know why, as if she's a homeless. Like, what's going on? Like, seriously, Donna is the same. she's kind of elegant, but she doesn't have the attitude that make her elegant. And she's all dressed also in black. She could have had nice long red jacket. It would have looked really great on her, a red jacket, especially because the Wonder Girl costume is red. So a red jacket or outfit, like just red or blue, that's not a big deal. But it seems so for this series. That's why they're all dressed in black, 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 black everywhere except for Starfire. I think also Beast Boy is a bit colorful. The two of them. That's it. I mentioned it already, but I have to. The setting. A setting is really important for me to get into a story. But here, where the series was recording, it looks like the vibe when you think about Gotham City, but it was very ugly. In the cartoon, Gotham looks good because it's an animation, gives some charm. I would say gives this gothic vibe, but in this series, not at all. It's not even Gotham City anyway. I forgot where it was, but it doesn't look beautiful. Nothing special. Nothing about the architecture. I mean, obviously about architecture, you can't do much. I mean, we can't all live in a city like London, Paris, or Edinburgh. We can't. But there was no charm. That's it. And it was so dark. It reminded me of the last season of Game of Thrones. Like we can't see anything. Like, come on. I was like, come on. And as I said, because the characters are mostly dressed in black or with dark outfits, we can't really see the difference between their outfit and the background, the whole setting. So it was terrible. I hated it. Uh, at least, if you have people nicely dressed or with a nice setting, still the story was terrible. So I wouldn't have liked it. But at least they gave me something. They fed me with the nice setting and nice clothes, but they didn't. They didn't do that. So, as you know, for those who watched my previous videos, they didn't respect me. With the look of the characters, with the ugly outfits, too dark to see anything, and with the setting that was completely bad, I say no. And I can tell you already that in season 3, there's one place that I really like what they did. And those of you who watched already, it's related to Rachel. I really like where she was, and the outfit was really great. She was very pretty. I really like the setting. Like I really like it. So I was really eager to see more, but it was too fast. And I was like, finally something that I like, and it's gone. No. So those kind of things, I really like it. But this first season, no, it's terrible. About the good, I talk about Hank and Dog. But I also have to say that they're also part of the bad. I will tell you why in a minute. Because if we extract them from the main story, I give them a 9 out of 10. The problem is that they don't have their own show. They are part of Titans and they don't have superpowers. True, Grayson doesn't have superpowers, but we all know that Grayson is the leader of the Titans, so he's part of the Titans. But them, Hank and Dawn, they are not. They have their own story, and you can feel that they are not related at all to the other characters. They are so down to earth. They really don't fit the story of this series. They don't. For me, I feel like the production added them for the public who don't like superheroes and would like to see people who are more like them. And I don't know if it worked, but that's the thing that I have. That's why, to be completely honest with you, every episode where they were like really focus on them, I skip them. And I know I really like those episodes, but I know also that it's not related at all to the story, the main story, which is to focus on Rachel because she's really the center of the story. Because every character is related to Rachel. Corey, she arrives on Earth because she has the goal. Her mission is to kill Rachel because of the prophecy. Grayson, also who is a detective, he starts to meet all the other characters, all the other Titans. In that case, I'm talking about Beast Boy and Corey because he helps Rachel. Then you meet Corey, and there's something, a relationship, a love story between Corey and Grayson, and obviously he meets Beast Boy. She's really important, Rachel. She has really something, but Hank and Dawn, yeah, I mean, they talk to Rachel, but it's not that they feel like she's like their baby. Unfortunately, I have to say that it's a huge perks for the story, but at the same time, it is not because it's just a waste of time.
algorithm has already categorized me and put me in this box that I'm supposed to live by.
I told you that Rachel was the second most disrespected character from all DC Comics characters in this series. I told you who is the number one,
Because
Dick
the
Grayson.
algorithm has
And I
already
will tell you why
categorized
he's
me
the
and put
most
me in this box
disrespected
that
character,
I'm supposed
not
to live.
only in all DC Comics, but in all fictional character existing in this universe. Because let me tell you something about myself. When I decided after taking a long break from manga to watch some American comics, I was like, okay, I like Batman, so let's watch all the Batman. I used to watch them when I was a kid, but as you can imagine, I couldn't remember anything. I remember actually Robin, and I hated the character. That's what I remember. But when I watched Batman, the first animation series, I was like, but I like the boy. He's so sweet. He's so nice. And that's when I mean, my brother already told me that we had different Robin. I mean, not we, us, but Batman had different Robin. So I already knew about that. I was not expecting the first Robin to be so amazing. I didn't know it was actually Dick Grayson. That's when the love started between him and I. I mean, not the baby, please. Don't call the police. But I really like him as if he was my baby. Then, after watching this animation series, I watched all of the movies related to Batman, plus the Justice League. That's when I've heard about the character Dick Grayson. I mean, he was already an adult, and Nightwing. That's when the love started between him and I. A true love story. I've never heard about Dick Grayson ever. Nobody told me about this character. It was just that I was watching one movie, I really like him. I was watching another one and I saw him and I liked him. And every appearance of Nightwing, I was loving him. And I thought, why nobody told me about this character? I love Nightwing. His costume, his charisma, his smile, his personality is amazing. Is my man. And I can also tell you that Nightwing is among my five favorite fictional character of all time. For sure, before him, we have first one, Seishio Sakurazuka. Nobody can beat him. Nobody. Second one, Ren Ojo. Oh god, I love this character. Third one, maybe Nightwing. If it's not Nightwing, the only two characters that can be before him are Sumeragi Subaru and Toki from Hokuto no Ken. They are that's it. It's either in the top three or top five. So when I saw there was a series name title, I knew it would be terrible. First of all, because even though I really liked the cartoon, a series with the Titans, it was obvious that it would be bad. A movie might be different, like what they did with X-Men. That was really good, actually. Okay, I mean, I used to like it when I was a kid, so we will see when I will rewatch it. Back to DC Comics. I love Nightwing. And yeah, knowing about Titans, I knew it would be terrible. And I also knew the reason why it will mostly be a disaster is because of Nightwing. Because loving Nightwing the way I love him, they needed to hire an amazing actor that when I see him, I feel he's my man. You are my man. You remind me of the flavor of the guy that I didn't know existed, but I fell for him so badly. When I saw the after, I'm sorry, but it was a no. And I will tell you why it's a no. Because the character, the actor that they hire, the way he plays. So for me, it's a problem also of the production. He looks like a victim. He looks like someone who has been bullied his whole life. And for me, it's a big no. Have you seen Dick Grayson and you think like he's a loser? No. When you see Dick Grayson, you see he's a man. You can feel it. He's charismatic. He's great. He's handsome. He's powerful. And when you say like, okay, he's even stronger than Superman, I say, yeah, I believe you. When in his team, although he's the only one without a power, they will ask for advice or anything. I say, yeah, because he's the most charismatic among all of you. Cyborg is amazing, but still Nightwing is the best. Nobody can beat him. Nobody. In DC Comics, at least. So when I saw him, and you have to watch this series to understand what I say, every time, almost every time you see this actor on the screen, he looks like he's ready to cry. Like, what's wrong with you? Seriously, I was like, what's wrong? Why? I was so pissed, and you can hear it in my voice. I was pissed to see him. Always, the first time when I watched for the first time, I was annoyed to see him. Like, you talk to him like, what? What? Ah, if it, this behavior, if I was his mom, mm, my mom would have been like this with me. So please. But no, I couldn't. I couldn't. And after rewatching, now watching for the first time Teen Titans, I watched Teen Titans Go, not Teen Titans, but watching Teen Titans, all of them, and especially all the movies where I saw Nightwing, I was like, no. And I can tell you, it was not on the first season, but I can tell you now when it's no longer Robin and he continued to say Nightwing. I swear I was so pissed. My blood was boiling. I was like, no, you are not Nightwing. You are not. You should be forbidden to use this word. I was pissed. I was so pissed. I was like, God, but I can't. That's why I say finish the first season first. I'm not even sure that the next video will be about season 2. Maybe I will try. I will take a break and make a video about a movie, and I will be back to Titans. Maybe I will be back to Titans because I like to suffer for no reason. Okay, but I am so pissed, and the more I watch the episode, the worse I become. I'm like, no, I take it personally. It's very personal what they did because, as I told you, Nightwing, Dick Grayson, is among my 5 most favorite character of all time, and what they did to him is a big no. Raven, I really like her. What they did to her is awful, but she's not my favorite. It's the same for Jason Todd. He was completely disrespected, but Jason Todd is not one of my favorites. In DC Comics, I would say yes, definitely my second favorite Robin, but I like him, but not like the way I love Dick Grayson. Like, Dick Grayson is perfect. If he was a human being, it would be the most perfect human being on earth. Because Seisho, I love him, but I would never want to have a husband like him. Like, never in my life. Ren, Ren, but not completely. I have to watch Nana for that. I don't want to spoil you. So Dick Grayson is definitely the most perfect. Toki. Okay, I have to say that Toki. Toki is watch Hokuto no Ken also. Toki, if you don't like Toki, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I can I can accept that you dislike every character, even Dick Grayson. But Toki for me is a character that you don't say anything bad about him. Don't don't even try that with me. Toki is my love, a big love with the capital L. So no, no, and no, no way. Back to Grayson. I hate him. I could talk for 2 hours and tell you how much I hate Dick Grayson in this series. He's not Grayson. How, when you see the character from the book, from the animation, you see how handsome he is, so charismatic, and you decide that in the series it will be someone who looks so fragile. Like, why? Like, seriously, I don't know what was wrong in their head, and because of him, for me, this series could never, ever, ever get even a positive score. I'm telling you, a positive score. That's not possible. I hate Grayson. I hate from the bottom of my heart. So when we see Jason Todd who admires Grayson, I had to think about the cartoon to imagine, like, okay, it makes sense if he admires someone like Grayson because Nightwing is the best. Okay, it would have been really good to see an animation when we see Jason Todd being the enemy of Nightwing, especially when Todd is the guy that we like. It will be really amazing. But even when he's the good guy, but especially when he embraced the darkness. Yeah, Nightwing against Jason Todd. Yes, but when I see them in this series, it's like, no. I had the feeling I was watching Grayson talking to Damien. No, no. The Nightwing was the worst of the worst, and for me, it's terrible. Even in Dragon Ball Evolution, although I know it was a complete disaster, it can't be that bad because first, my favorite character in Dragon Ball is Gohan. I know it's Dragon Ball, not the Z part, but it's Gohan. And because it was not Gohan, thank God, even though it's terrible, it can't be that bad. I completely forgot my baby Gohan in my favorites. Gohan is there somewhere anyway. But you understand what I mean? You understand what I mean? Grayson, a disaster. I no longer want to see him in my screen. I mean, I will see him obviously because I have to rewatch the second, third, and fourth season. But understand what I mean? I hate this guy. It's really the worst of this show is Grayson. Villains are pathetic, but Grayson is even worse than them. Worse, worse, and worse. He's supposed to be close to Rachel. I'm like, how? How? We don't see anything. Nothing. This guy is selfish. I'm like, how are you Dick Grayson? You are not. He's a He's supposed to be Grayson, but sometimes he remind me of Batman. Not even Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne is different from Batman. But I'm like, you're not supposed to be Batman. You're supposed to be Nightwing. I mean, Robin and yeah, Nightwing. But he's not. He's terrible. He's pathetic. I hate him. Like, I think I will stop here because, as I told you, I can talk about how much I hate Grayson for 2 hours, and I don't want to curse. No, I mean, please, please, a lady, don't curse. Seigneur Tout-Puissant. No, I hate. So, yeah, I'll stop here. I hate Grayson.
Is the product. It's pure, unadulterated. Close your eyes, cross your fingers, and pray that.
As you could see, I was so passionate about talking how much I hate Dick Grayson in this series. It broke my heart. Seriously, I wish I loved him, but I didn't. I hate him. And because of that, just because of him, the score, as I told you, can't be positive. Then, all the other bad things that I told you about the costumes that are terrible, the day-to-day outfit that are also very terrible, the setting that we can't see anything in this area because it's too dark. Rachel, who was completely disrespected, she's just a crybaby, not able to use her superpower, and relies on Grayson, who's completely useless. Uh, Jason Todd was completely disrespected. Yeah, remind me of Damien, but he's not Damien. He's supposed to be Jason Todd, but I mean, come on, make it be serious, seriously. Like he doesn't represent Jason Todd at all. He's a clown. He's a clown. The villains, they are laughable. Seriously, the worst actors in this series, definitely. Um, Hank and Dawn are amazing character, but unfortunately they don't fit the story. Donna, Wonder Girl, she's boring. For that, the final score -10. Minus, I tell you, it's a minus, and I'm really nice because it could be even -100. I say -10 because still Corey is good. Beast Boy is not my favorite, but he's a nice dude. And yeah, he's nice, even though when he's taking too many times stupid decision, I was like, you're very dumb. Like, you're not 5 years old. But it's okay. And still, I really love Hank and Dawn. So that's why we are not, I don't give a -100 or even -1000, just a -10. Because Grayson, I hate this guy. I hate him. I hate seeing him and looking like he wants to cry and so pathetic, a loser. I hate him. No, just play the main character in Mirai Nikki, but not Nightwing. So yeah, it's my final score. That's crazy that every time I talk about this character, I am so pissed. Like, I need a detox. I need to enjoy the sun and the beach because like this guy is a disaster. Seriously. Score -10. That's my final decision. -10. Thank you, ladies and gents, for watching this video until the end. I will not talk about the cursed name because you already know that I'll be pissed. Let me know in the comment section what is your thought about Titans and all this universe. Also the cartoon Teen Titans Go, Young Justice, Justice League, Batman, because this series is a mix of all of this, like terrible mix, but still a mix of everything. And if you like the series Titans, I don't want to hear what you like about it. Seriously, just skip it. You don't have to. The other one, you can say what you don't like in these videos. Just tell me what you don't like about this series, and I will approve and I will put hearts in all the people, all comments where you say like you didn't like Titans. That's it. And don't use bad words, obviously. And that's let's be respectful. I'm not respectful of this Dick Grayson, but still, come on. come on. But only if you don't like Titans, you can leave a comment. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the section. So bisous bisous and see you in the next video. Bye.